we in our lives sometimes need to tap into the Meccan surahs because we need what those have to offer. And sometimes we have to tap into the Medini surahs. And what do I mean by that? Mecca was a time of building the foundation of Iman. Mecca was a time of building the core elements of La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. What do I mean by that? Belief in the akhirah, a strong belief in the day of judgment, the standing before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, a strong belief in the day of walking into Jannah, a strong belief in na'udhu billah min an-nar, the fire of Jahannam. These were the core things that were being impressed over and over and over and over again in the Meccan time. It was a time of difficulty. But here's what's amazing. There's a narration in Sahih Bukhari where Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anha, she teaches us the function of these Meccan surahs. She says that, and I'm paraphrasing because of time, she says the awwalu ma nazala, she says the very first things that were being revealed were Surah al-Mufassal, which were the surahs that mentioned fiha dhikr an-nar wal jannah. She says it was the surahs that talked a lot about the hereafter. She said, and then when Iman became firm in our hearts, nazal al-halal wal-haram, then the halal and the haram came. It was after we built a strong, strong foundation in our belief in the akhirah or the hereafter that all of the rulings came. Brothers and sisters, the verses that we're looking at, they're verses that are going to talk about the promises of Jannah, the promises of the akhirah. And I'm not going to go into them because I just want us to understand that as we were building our faith, as we were going through difficulties, the thing that made us strong was that yaqeen in the akhirah. That is what gave us strength. And without that, we are not able to make it through the hardships that this world has to offer. It's subhanAllah, there's a narration of Umar ibn Khattab. He says, وَلَوْلَا الْقِيَامَ لَكَانَ غَيْرَ مَا تَرَوْنَ. Like, if it wasn't for the day of judgment, things would be different. We wouldn't be the same people that we are. It's that belief in the akhirah. And so imagine this, brothers and sisters. You're going through difficulty. Food is difficult. Living your life is hard. Practicing deen is hard. But how is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala encouraging you? How is He keeping you motivated? He's reminding you about what His promise is. And here's the thing. For the Sahaba, it became a reality. Let me explain. There's a narration of Haritha where the Prophet ﷺ is walking around and he meets a Sahabi. And he says to him, Kayfa asbahta ya Haritha? How are you doing this morning? And Haritha, he says, Asbahtu mu'minan haqqa. He says, I have awakened today a true believer. I'm a believer today. Now he's saying that in front of Rasulullah, who revelation comes down upon. So you have to understand how much of a flex this is almost. Like to say to Rasulullah ﷺ that I am a true believer today. Ajib, subhanallah. So the Prophet ﷺ says, Asbahtu mu'minan, Harith says, Asbahtu mu'minan haqqa. Rasulullah ﷺ, he says, لِكُلِّ قَوْلٍ حَقِيقَةٍ وَمَا حَقِيقَةُ قَوْلُكَ. He says that every word has a reality. Talk is cheap. What is the reality of what you're saying? You said you're a true believer. But Haritha, he says, Ya Rasulullah, I woke up this morning and I can see Jannah. I could see the Ahlul Jannah visiting one another, going to each other's homes, saying salam to each other, dapping each other up. MashaAllah. And I can hear the screams of the hellfire. I can hear it. The belief, the secret of the Sahaba, brothers and sisters, is that akhirah was not, it was real to them. When Allah speaks about some of the prophets, He says, Inna akhlasnahum bi khalisati dhikr ad-dar. Inna akhlasnahum. We gave them a special quality. Khaslatan. In one riwayah, khaslatan. Dhikr ad-dar. We gave them pure remembrance of home. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in these verses that Shaykhna is going to explain, Allah is reminding us about home. I read a hadith in Mishkatul Masabih and I'll end with this. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, you know, when you first go on a vacation somewhere, the first few hours you're just getting used to the place. Where's the pool at? Where's the beach at? How do I get to my room? How do I get here? Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he says that one of you doesn't know your way home in dunya more than you'll know your way home when you reach Jannah. Meaning when you get there, you'll know where everything is. In Surah Muhammad, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, what does he say? Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad. Subhanallah. وَأُدْخِلُهُمُ الْجَنَّةِ عَرَّفَهَا لَهُم. We'll enter them into Jannah. They already know where everything is. They already know, because this is home.